There's a big controversy going on in the whole arm wrestling community. It's kind of like a civil war going on right now.
Is it about novice classes?
No, it's actually
Oh,
about a live commentary going on during the pay-per-view events. Just to catch you up, Engin Terzi made a post, I think it was about a week and a half ago, saying that he didn't want nobody else, none of the YouTubers doing their own live commentary over the pay-per-view events. And that kind of just put everybody, all the YouTuber guys were, outraged by this. And, it's been the big debate going on. Everybody's taking sides, all the athletes are going with Engin, where, all the YouTubers and I'd say majority of the fans are going with the YouTube guys. So I wanted to just get your take on the whole thing. Do you think it's something that helps the sport grow, or is it something that's setting us back?
first, I hate it when people say I'm helping the sport grow by not investing anything. And I don't know who they're actually growing the sport to when their audience is primary arm wrestlers. But I think Engin's got a point. I mean, it's Engin's event. I don't think other people should be commentating, trying to draw Engin's audience away from his event. It might very well be legal, but we're all family and friends. So I think if Engin and all these YouTubers know Engin. So I'm pretty sure if Engin asked and your response is, well, this is legal, I just don't think that's righteous. I think if you want to grow the sport, have events of your own, actually grow it like Engin did. But yeah, I think he's right. I mean, there's everybody's trying to make money at this sport. I don't think it's right to, leech off of what Engin's doing. So I think if Engin asks you not to do the comp, and I don't think the UFC would stand for that.
Actually, they did in the beginning. They allow all that to go down.
Because I remember when I didn't have when the UFC was on TV, but I couldn't afford the pay-per-view, I could get on the internet or other stuff, but it was like after the event. It wasn't during the event, and even then they would give you the scores and a written write-up and then a few pictures. But yeah, to take Engin's event and do like the radio broadcast of it without being affiliated with Engin. Now, I think there's a way around it. Engin doesn't think of himself as a capitalist. Although he is, I don't think he likes the association of being a capitalist. But I think Engin should just embrace capitalism and license a couple of YouTubers to do it. Say pick a couple of people. You want to do a live commentary on my event? I'm gonna license 2 or 3 people. But you don't get to, sell Engin's event to your 20,000 subscribers and make money off it without making capitalism work. So I think Engin sells 3 or 4 licenses. And I think if you're going to, Engin's, because when I went through all the East versus West matches, a lot of Engin's just raw footage, not even the edited one, has like hundreds of thousands of views. So Engin's got a marketable product. I think but my YouTube channel ain't nowhere near as what there is. But just as an example, I think Engin could say, all right, Concrete Elbow, which is the absolute worst name for an arm wrestler, and we'll circle back to that. But I know he's got like a lot of big view videos because I see him all the time. Okay, Concrete Video, you can be one of the people that broadcasts, that does a live commentary in my event. But in order to do that, you pay me $3,000. All right. That way Engin makes a little, they sell it. If you're truly growing the sport, well, you don't get to grow crops without buying seeds and fertilizers. So that's the investment that person puts in. But we got to get Engin to embrace capitalism. Okay, so we got to get him to like really turn this into something, because he just took off when the WAL went away, and had the WAL saw what Engin saw, we might be still pulling all these big events in America. So anyways, that's my take on it. But
I also I hit up Engen the other day, and I actually said to him, I said, instead of taking it personal with these other guys, with the YouTubers and all, I was like, go off the numbers, be a businessman. So go do your own experiment. Go throw the same caliber event, get Devin involved and do one with the live commentary, study the numbers, then do the next one without the live commentary, study the numbers, let the numbers tell the story, because that's what we're trying to figure out here. If it's
Well, how does the live commentary benefit Engen?
because what they're saying is that they're getting guys that would never have bought the pay-per-view listening and get into the sport, where they might come now to the next event and they might actually buy the pay-per-view, or
That sounds like wish casting. What I would say is, you pay me $3,000 to do the live commentary, and then we'll see if it's worth either one of our while. But if that might be true, but then it's not up to Engen to prove their marketing plan. It's up to me to prove that marketing plan to Engen. It's not like, Engen, let me keep running the commentary on your event, where I don't pay you anything, and then you figure out whether or not it goes up. Or I say, look, I will benefit you this way. It should behoove me to show up with the data and the facts and a presentation.
Yeah, I kind of like that. You gave a solution there where everybody's just kind of picking sides and all. And that is definitely one of the ways they could go about it. The other one that I've heard is, charge an audio commentary membership. Like you charge, instead of the $14.99 or whatever the East versus West pay-per-view is now, just do like a $3 to $5 charge, and you get to hear the audio commentary. This way that Engen and them are making money, because I understand where Engen's coming from. When you're putting up 175,000 to $250,000 for an event, yeah, man, it's got to be a lot of stress, and you want to make sure you're maximizing all your monetary intake and all that. So I completely understand where Engen's going with this. But what everybody else is saying is that they're drawing people that would never have bought the pay-per-view into it, like non-arm wrestlers that are coming fans through listening to audio and all that. So I kind of could understand, because if you look at these guys, they're doing 3,000 to 5,000 people listening during this event. And their whole claim is that these people would never have bought the pay-per-view. And they're also that day getting some of these guys to buy the pay-per-view. By every 10 minutes, they're talking like, all right, now get over the pay-per-view and make sure to order the pay-per-view and all that. So, that's their whole side. They're saying they're helping out.
Well, there's two sides of it, right? There's Engen saying, you're taking my viewers from me on my event that I put together all by myself with no help from anybody else. And the other side is, I'm going to make money off your event, but it does help you.
Yeah.
So as a capitalist, I think it's up to Engen to do what he wants. Now, can he stop the other people? I don't know. I mean, maybe you can block it, but I like the ideas. If Engen put the audio out there, hell, right now, Engen's not getting anything for the live commentary. Engen could probably shoot these leeches down, smush them up into a little paste, if he just put the audio commentary out there for free. Because that's basically what these other people are doing, is they're taking it from him and they're not giving him anything back. So
how about this? What if they take the camera and they just put it right on the commentary? Say you put on Travis and Coach Ray, facing them, and having them put that out there, and just charge a small fee, $2-3. You could, instead of watching it, now you could listen to the actual commentators just commentating. That's another way.
Put it out there for a nominal fee. Put it out there as an audio, like a podcast or something. Yeah, I mean, there's Engen just needs to get a good. There's probably somebody like Adam Silver. There's probably a promotions type guy that could advise Engen on this stuff. But I think, if it was me, as vengeful as I am, I'm saying these guys are selling this shit already, and I'm not getting anything. I just put my commentary out for free, and I would much rather listen to Neil Pickup and Travis do the commentary on the event than somebody who's sitting in his basement, just, jibber jabbering away with it. So,
But the one thing I got to say though is Pradeep put out the numbers, and what they're making for doing 8 hours of work. I mean, I think it comes out to maybe $10 an hour. So I mean, they're not really making anything off the commentary at all. It's more of them just putting in their time. But $10 an hour, it's literally like a minimum wage job, or even under minimum wage.
oh, it is, and I like Pradeep. I like his show a lot, and I go to it when I need to hear the results. But to me, if Engen doesn't like it, it's if you're taking the pennies out of my penny jar, you can't justify it by saying, well, I can't live on the money I'm stealing from you.
I want to give another example of where I was having a problem with all this. And, I would pay, these videographers to come to my events, and, we'd want to make an edited version. So what we did was we put the camera all the way back so you couldn't get like a real good view of the live feed, thinking that it'll give me time, the guy, to go home, to edit it all up, get it out the next day. Well, what they were doing was zooming in then and putting that out literally 5 minutes after my match. So, I'm paying all this money. I put up 20,000 for an event. And then these guys 5 minutes later would put it out, and it would drive me nuts. And I'd hit them up and be like, yo, can you please not do that? And, oh, well, this is fair use and all that. So, I mean, I've experienced similar things like that. And I'm only putting up 20 grand for my event. I couldn't imagine I'm putting up $250,000 and these guys are doing stuff like that. I mean, that would just drive me nuts right there.
First, fair use is a defense. It's not a claim. You don't get to claim fair use and do what you want. You argue fair use when you are being sued. So, fair use doesn't come before you steal my shit. It comes after you stole it and I want my money back. But no, it's rough with the cameras. I always wondered if you could, I don't know, block people from it, or I don't know. But it shouldn't come to that in arm wrestling yet. You know what I'm saying? All these people saying, I'm growing the sport. Well, that sounds like you're trying to help us all out. So stop helping us all out by taking from the people that are doing the hard work,
Yes.
And
I definitely agree with that.
And when if I go swimming in the river and I come out with leeches on my arms, I don't want the leeches on my arms. It's not the fact that the leech is going to take so much blood that's going to affect my life. It's my blood, Now, leech, I will give you some money, but give you some blood, but you have to pay me for my blood. The Red Cross gives me soda and cookies. All right. Even they pay for your blood. They don't pay a lot, but they pay,
That was a good analogy. I like that one.